Ooh. Welcome to the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Right now, you can bet just $1 on any team to score and win $100 in free bets if they do. It's just that simple. This week at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, when you sign up using that promo code PHNX, I'm joined by a new face on the PHNX Bets Daily Show, Daily Bet Show, whatever you prefer. Shawn DePaz is here with me in the studio.
Yo.
How you doing, my man?
Lovely. How are you?
I'm good. It's just it's cold. I like sleeping with my window open.
So do I.
And I woke up this morning freezing, and I didn't close it until like an hour ago, and it's still so cold in my room. It's like the high is like 53 today.
Yeah, it's a cold. I like it though. I'm from cold weather, so I like the cold.
Mr. Buffalo, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, Shawn joins me on not only this show, but he also joins me on the PHNX Sunville show. If you haven't checked that out, you should. Dropped a fun one yesterday. Had a couple fun episodes around the Christmas time, and we might be doing another one today. So keep an eye out for that. But this isn't Sun Devils. This is the Bet Show, where we tell you what to bet on. And usually we're right. And yesterday I was right at a 75% clip. We'll throw up my picks from yesterday. Dolphins easy -3, under 38. Just one of the easiest slates or games I've ever had to bet on. I mean, look, the Saints had nobody. I almost took Dolphins defense first touchdown. I took it off my bet slip yesterday, and it was plus 2,200. Yeah.
You gotta trust your gut.
No. Well, yeah. It was just like, I mean, Ian Book, God bless him, but you kind of just saw that coming. I didn't see a first touchdown coming. That's why I didn't bet on it, but kind of just saw that coming.
Did you see that stat about how Notre Dame quarterbacks have lost the last 25 starts?
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's brutal. And Deshaun Kaiser has over half of them.
Yeah. That is so funny. And then Johnny had Miami -3, just tailing me as always because he's a little boy. But then we'll throw up his little baby props. Little 0 for 3 swing and a miss from Johnny Venerable. No, Tua didn't go. He didn't even go over 200 yards. Alvin Kamara and the Saints didn't even score a single touchdown. Mike Gesicki did not score the first touchdown, as we said earlier. So Johnny's not here to defend himself, but that's my favorite time to attack him. Johnny, I've been dominating you over the past couple weeks, and you won't admit it.
I will defend Johnny because I also bet last night Gesicki anytime scorer and Kamara anytime scorer. I mean, in hindsight, stupid bets, but you know, it made sense at the time. I mean, I felt like Book being there, Kamara was gonna get a big workload. He didn't produce the way I thought he was going to. And then that Dolphins,
the Dolphins defense is just really good.
Yeah.
You know what also makes sense? My props, they usually do, and last night they did again. As we said earlier, I wanted to take. Are we ever gonna throw them up, or we're just gonna sit here and be bored? No.
I'm just gonna fight you on this, Shane.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sit here.
This is really quality stuff. Jalen Waddle did not score the first touchdown, as I said earlier, but Myles Gaskin only had 10 rushing yards. I don't know if Tua actually hit that clip. Now that I think about it, 10. No, he didn't. He only had 1 rushing yard. But nevertheless, I'm better than Johnny, and that's all that matters on the PHNX Daily Bet Show. You just have to be better than your peers. So, Shawn, you are now my enemy, and we're going to go head to head today. We got 3 picks for you and a parlay each for today and tomorrow's games. The NBA and the NHL are so hard to bet on, right? Well, the NHL is always hard to bet on, but the NBA specifically, in some cases you can be like, okay, it's a COVID-ridden team getting too many points, whatever. But it's just not as easy as it has been before. But there's also some little sneaky things you can do. So we'll throw my picks for today. I have the Wizards plus 6.5. They're playing the Heat, and the Heat are a team that are one of my favorite teams to watch, but the Wizards are way, way underrated right now. So I like them plus 6.5. I also like the Knicks minus 4.5. They're also one of my favorite teams to watch. And I know we went different ways on this, but I'm taking UCLA money line straight up. DTR is such a talented quarterback against South Carolina State. I see DTR running like crazy today. And I don't need those 2.5 extra points. I'm taking the money line straight up, Shawn.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I disagree with you, but we'll get to that. But I do like the. I mean, like you said, the NBA is pretty hard to bet on, but I do like the Knicks pick, as you'll see. But I feel like I feel pretty confident in my NBA.
What's
picks.
your favorite sport to bet on, Shawn?
Favorite sport to bet on? I mean, it's football. It's
the
I
NFL
love
or just anything?
NFL.
Yeah.
I love throwing down like same game parlays on primetime games, stuff like that.
Look at you, Shawn. Look at you, nice sneakily transitioning into a DraftKings read. The same game parlay stuff that they have on the DraftKings Sportsbook app is so fun. You can fade all of Johnny's props on any given weekend, and you'll usually hit if they're in the same game. You can combine multiple plays for a bigger payout, and it just makes the game way more fun to bet on. Like last night's abysmal affair, because the NFL doesn't want to move any games back due to COVID-19, unless it's the Rams. If it's the Rams, of course. Is any NFL team good? Who knows? Now definitely not. But unless it's the Rams, they're not going to move anybody back. And it makes for really bad football like we saw last night. I feel so bad for the Saints because their defense is always plays with their hair on fire. They fly all around the field. They have a really good defensive front. Their corners are playing better, and they don't have a quarterback, and it sucks. They don't have a normal quarterback, I should say. It sucks to see. So if you don't want to watch a game like that just as a casual fan, you can bet on stuff like that. You can bet on Ian Book to throw a pick six. You can bet on all these different things on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. They have flash props. They have everything you could ask for. As my cat climbs behind me on my chair. Hey, buddy. It's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Aaron had a comment that said, "What would you tell someone that's scared to bet on sports?" I would tell them to get smarter and work harder and stop being scared.
Agreed.
And you're cured.
Who am I taking in the guarantee? Well, not West Virginia. I'll tell you that right now. I almost went against West Virginia in one of my picks just for Aaron, but I chose not to. But
I think you should fade anything that involves Aaron.
I agree.
Minnesota guys.
If you're scared to bet, find any West Virginia sporting event and bet against them. It's a great way to start. You'll win money.
All right, Shawn. Well, let's get to your picks for today.
Yes. Oh, I love the great picture. Great picture. All right. Sharks -1.5. I mean, the Yotes
come on.
Are just not a good hockey team. Both of their goalies average or give up over 3 goals a game. And I feel like it's just going to be kind of ugly, and they haven't played in almost 2 weeks. So I feel like it's going to be pretty ugly for the Yotes. OKC money line. The Kings have just not been playing very well, and the Thunder have been playing pretty well.
They're COVID-ridden right now, though. Josh Giddey's not going to play.
And but the Kings I believe they've had some COVID troubles, but I mean, like
the Kings are a high school team.
Yeah, no, 100%. De'Aaron Fox has been playing pretty terribly these last couple of games. He turned the ball over 7 times in the last game, and I think they lost 3 straight and 7 of the last 9. And OKC is an underdog still. They have the Dort Hog. So I'm just gonna ride with them. I feel like I feel like for an underdog, it's a pretty solid bet.
Yeah.
And then Texas Tech, Mississippi State. These are both teams that like to put up numbers. I mean, Texas Tech has scored at least 21 points in every single game that they've played. And Mississippi State's quarterback, Will Rogers, he's had over 300 yards in 10 straight games. So that, I did not expect to come back to your face with you cradling your cat.
Leo wants to know what your picks are. Offset.
Yeah, no, I just feel like Mississippi State, Texas Tech they're going to score a lot of points. So I was taking the over in that one.
Offset has, he put together my parlay, didn't you, bud? We'll throw that up on the screen right now. The parlay that I have for tonight is juicy. Those are my picks. There it is. Canadians money line tonight is +230. Hockey's random, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. The puck is not a circle. It bounces in weird ways. So you can also take their puck line. They're playing in Tampa Bay. You can also take their puck line at +1.5. That's -105 if you're so inclined. But I'm going all the way, and I'm taking their +230 because that just juices up this parlay as you see the line underneath. And then also I have the Sharks -1.5. against the Coyotes. As I said earlier, it's the Coyotes. You don't need to give anything else away from that. And then Air Force, which if you want to get these picks in, and if you're listening on audio tonight or around anytime after 1 p.m. Arizona time, this game will have already started. But they're playing Louisville. I'm a big fan of Air Force. I like how they played Army. Or no, that was Navy. I still like them, guys. The odds are plus 1175 in this. Can you fucking stop in this parlay? So if you want to take that, those are some juicy odds. They're $10. Win 175 or $117.50.
I gotta say, I gotta agree with Leah here. That Montreal.
Hold on.
Terrible.
Leah.
Terrible.
Last time, shut up. Last time Leah came on the show and questioned one of my hockey picks, it was Sabres money line at plus 250 and it hit.
Okay.
So you shut your damn mouth.
But the Sabres in Montreal are different.
I'm very aware. I watch the sport.
Okay? I'm just saying. I'm obviously gonna if you're choosing Sabres money line, I'm obviously gonna rock with you because Buffalo for life. But Montreal is terrible and Tampa Bay is amazing.
It's hockey.
I know it's hockey, but it's still like you're talking about how you're gonna bet against the Yotes because it's the Yotes. Well, it's the Montreal Canadiens. They're awful. They're running with the Yotes for the lottery.
There's a tier here. There's every other NHL team and the Arizona Coyotes. They fall in this area. I just wait. Okay. Just
all right. My parlay with that terrific pick, rocking with the Sabres money line. I believe this is Alex Tuck's Sabres debut. But either way, he's Buffalo native, loves playing for the Sabres. We got him in the Eichel trade from the Knights. So I'm excited for that. And I just think, and when it comes to the Sabres, it actually is hockey. The Sabres can just get hot at any time for like a month and then still end up being the worst team in hockey. So I'm just going to ride with them. NC State, I know disagreed on this, but I just think NC State's passing game is just going to dominate UCLA. They are 19th nationally in their passing attack, and UCLA ranks 111th nationally in their passing defense. So I just think NC State is gonna kind of run all over UCLA there. And then Knicks, the Knicks team is playing really well. Kemba's back in the lineup, and he had a triple-double in his last game. And I think the Timberwolves they're going through a lot of COVID struggles. They're missing like their three best players.
Back-to-back also.
And Karl Anthony Towns has no respect. I know he's not playing, but no one in the team or no one in the league respects him. I don't know if you saw Joel Embiid and Draymond just go at him. So I just feel like it's a bad time to be a Timberwolf. And like I said, this Knicks team they're starting to kind of found a groove. They're playing pretty well. So I feel like they're going to win that game pretty handily. They might even win that game by double digits. So definitely riding with the Knicks there.
Big, I like that. Obviously, I like that pick. It was in my picks, but big win for the Timberwolves last night over a comeback win over the Celtics, where something named Norwell or something dropped 30 points. And Greg Monroe said after the game that he was like, yeah, he was balling. I have no idea who he was, but he was balling. So maybe Greg Monroe has a big game. I don't even know if he's going to play many minutes because he's an old man, and it's a back-to-back. So we will see on that. I did bet on the Timberwolves last night, and they saved me because that was the last amount of balance I had in my DraftKings Sportsbook app after a bad weekend. I didn't want to deposit any more money. So, yeah, guys. Sometimes you ride with the Timberwolves and sometimes you fade them the next day. That's just how betting works. Shawn, thanks for joining me today. It was fun.
Thank you for letting me join you.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you coming in and challenging me as a new person on the show.
Listen, you started the show by saying I was your enemy, so I don't know what you expected.
Yeah, but there's a respect thing that comes with that. Okay, see, Jacob comes in here. He leaves for a week and a half. I come back to me. I grab. This is PHNX. I grab it and I strap it on my back. And Jacob's just running around tasting wine in Washington. And I'm left alone, sad, cold. My hands are calloused. And then he comes back and thinks he can no, you can't attack me on my show. This is my show.
I just did, didn't I?
I will produce this show myself. if this happens again.
I mean, honestly, that would be great if you could.
I need my makeup done beforehand, so I can't do
Yeah,
that. Guys,
prima donna.
Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Quick 15-minute show. It usually is, but sometimes me and Johnny yell at each other. And me and Shawn were a lot more nice to each other today. So, guys, thanks for joining us as always. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn DePaz or Shawn_DePaz. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, please. We're only like 70 subscribers away from 2,000. So we want to hit that before the end of the year, and you can help me do that. And if you're listening on audio, leave a nice review about Shawn's glasses and his knitting skills. And make sure it's 5 stars. We'll see you here tomorrow at noon. Thanks for tuning in as always, and peace.
Deuce.